Alright, so I'm sure most of y'all have seen this already, but Wayfair is being investigated for human trafficking. Long story short, they are. I don't know how to explain it, but there will be a missing child, or maybe not considered a child as far as age, but young enough to be considered a child. I'm assuming. I don't know how old these girls are. These people who have been missing. But they'll go missing. There'll be a report saying, "Hey, this person's missing," and then magically on Wayfair there'll be this cheap-looking, generic, non-designed, like any kind of intricate design, like closet. I don't know if we'll call it closet, but it's just like a little cupboard or whatever. But it's just like a shitty cupboard, whatever. I don't know what to call it. Either way, and they'll be named after the missing person. So obviously we know that somebody is trafficking humans through a third-party website. Now here's what I wanted to say. Was I feel like what's gonna happen, and mark my words, everybody remember I'm saying this. Not that it doesn't matter, but I've seen it enough that I feel like this is exactly how it's gonna happen. They're gonna investigate. They're gonna find, quote unquote, somebody who's guilty of doing it. Whatever, it's gonna be some random ass people who they arrest, saying that they're guilty for it because they caught him red-handed. Whatever. And boom, they'll get arrested, and then everybody will go back to sleep and not give a fuck no more because, oh, they got arrested. Well, y'all are missing the big picture. The big picture is that, how do you think this shit's happening? If it's happening at Wayfair, imagine what it's doing on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? But mostly, how many times do we gotta keep saying this shit? It's happening everywhere, right under your nose. They advertise. They fucking show you. These people don't care. It's just crazy, man. But people are starting to get it. That's what makes me happy. But what they need not to do is become content again when they magically catch somebody who's the perpetrator, because we all know that's a bunch of bullshit, and that it's a way big of a ring. But of course they're not gonna allow the people who are running it get caught, because if they get caught and they get exposed, then everything falls apart. That's why I don't believe in, I hate to bring Q into this, but that's why I don't believe in that shit. And yeah, they might be saying some true shit, but I'm telling you, man, it's a fucking setup. Why? Because our whole life has been a setup. They've done this over and over and over and over and over and over again, man. What about, what is that? We are anonymous. Everybody was following anonymous, and then boom, out of nowhere, that shit fizzled out. Now it's on to the next one. I can't remember any more of whatever. There's Alex Jones. Alex Jones was, everybody listen to Alex Jones. He's telling the truth, and then boom, then he gets written off as whatever. People got to understand and stop falling for this shit. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong, and that's okay, but I'm sorry, it's too good to be true. Why is it that a person who has maybe not even 2,000 followers is being censored, but a person who probably has millions of followers, if not, it's in the hundreds of thousands, and is able to drop truth every day or whenever he does it? That's my only question. Is that I don't understand how that is being allowed. Unless this dude is some like super hacker who can, I don't know, hide himself, whatever. But my whole thing is that these posts wouldn't stay up either. Not that people aren't, taking screenshotting and everything like that, but I don't know. It just makes me feel sick when I think about it. I don't trust it, and it's all too perfect to be set up right now for people to follow and be content and realize that it's not real. But it's more, this shit's bigger than Wayfair. I'm telling you, Amazon needs to be checked, and whatever other fucking online gifts or goods store is out there. They all need to be checked on top of all the child organizations, anything that's got to do with children, as far as foster care, as far as daycares and all that, like chain daycares, big daycares, not your mom and pop stores. They might be doing it too, but I'm not 100%. But I'm telling you, everything needs to be wiped through. Everybody needs to be paying attention. Everybody needs to watch this video so they can understand that they need to be watching out for this shit, because it's happening everywhere. Do you realize why they're doing it? And do you realize that they're gonna continue to do it? Because they need that drug that's in that baby's blood. It's like a heroin addict, but times it by 1,000. I'm done.